Hey there, I'm not 100% on this one, but I have a hunch that Brexit is going to end up being pretty good for US empire. The United Kingdom is not a large country, and there's a distinct chance that it's about to get smaller. Both Northern Ireland and Scotland could go their own way. And with the anti-immigrant hysteria that has been dominating England's politics for the past couple of years, it seems likely that England's population is about to start falling more quickly as well. The 21st century is not going to be kind to small countries that think they're great powers. Since the 1950s at the latest, it's been clear that the British no longer had an independent foreign policy. Any British Prime Minister who wanted to play at being a big power had to do so in the US's slipstream. But if you think folks like Tony Blair were slavish yes-men for the US empire, just you wait. Boris Johnson is going to take US ass-kissing into whole new realms. As I talked about last time, in the late 20th century, Britain successfully built itself a new informal empire with its financial leadership of the European Union. The EU provided a shield for Britain's unique way of dealing with the world. Sure, its foreign policy was completely determined by Washington, D.C., but Britain's domestic politics and its all-important financial industry were shielded from full colonization by the colonials. With Brexit, this shield is being discarded. In the EU, Britain was a big fish in a pretty big pond. In volunteering to become a US satellite, the United Kingdom is giving up almost all say in its future. Post-Brexit, they're basically South Korea, without the manufacturing or high technology skills. I'm still not sure I believe that the Tories will seriously consider bargaining away the National Health Service for a free trade agreement with the United States, but it's not out of the realm of possibility. You can be sure that less politically important aspects of the British economy and legal framework are being bargained away as we speak. This may surprise a lot of viewers of this series, but I love the United Kingdom. I've spent the past 2 years of my life investigating its rise and fall, after all. I really do think that this Brexit-driven fall into weakness and obscurity is a tragedy. But I'm also a citizen in the United States, so I suppose I should try to see this as the gift it is. It seems silly now, but 20 years ago, folks really thought the European Union would eventually be a real competitor to the United States. To be clear, that was never my view. I always thought of them as an ally we should support. Regardless, this Brexit thing kind of takes them off the board. Instead of a great power across the Atlantic, they are now a disintegrating basket case, without the confidence to expand and with a much diminished budget. With the British in, there was a nice balance between welfare state and pro-business policies. Without the British, the socialists are becoming dominant in the European Union, just as the resources they have to redistribute diminish. It's not a great prospect. Europe will once again be reduced to an ideological and financial battleground for rival superpowers. Thanks to Brexit, the US ought to have a real leg up in its competition with China. Whatever's left of Britain should still be a top 5 European economy, and as the years wear on, it'll be more and more of an American outpost over there. Who knows? If they get rid of the royal family, maybe we'll let England become a state. To be honest, I think the world would have been a better place with a united and independent Europe, but we've got to look honestly at the cards Brexit has dealt and make the best of it. Thanks for watching. Please subscribe, and if you want to learn more about how the world works, I suggest you pick up my new book, Avoiding the British Empire, available now on Amazon in ebook and paperback form.